What's up guys, Jazzy Chewbacca here, back for another video. And today, I'm playing Elemental Battlegrounds again, but I'm gonna do all elements. Yes, this video is gonna take a long time. It might have 2 parts, but I don't know. So yeah, I got my friend Mozu right here helping me out making this video. So yeah, we're gonna go from the top of the elements all the way to the bottom, to the last one that got released. Alright. So first element, fire. The first skill is consecutive fire bullets. You shoot a bunch of fire bullets and then it makes a bunch of fire on the ground like this. It does whatever it's called. But the next skill is a fireball. Yeah, it's just one giant fireball, like, yeah, it's just, yeah. And then this is blaze column. So basically, it makes an explosion in the ground wherever you're aiming at. So yeah, if you're aiming at him, it'll make an explosion in the ground. The next skill is flame body. So what it does is it makes you look like Super Saiyan, and then whenever you walk on fire, so like this, if you walk in this but it's from somebody else, you won't get hurt when you walk on it. And the ultimate, I'm not gonna do the ultimates here. I'm gonna save the ultimates for the last because it might give away our location. So yeah, moving on to the. Oh my! Why you always gotta do something? That's the fire ultimate right there. This is why I should start recording my videos alone now. Everybody likes to troll in them. Like this man's right here. All right. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, you're. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so it does more damage. Okay. Alright. Okay, good to know that. Alright guys, next element. So guys, the next element is water. So for the first water move is a water beam. If you hit it, it does a lot of damage. So yeah, it's what it looks. It's what the name is, a water beam, a beam of water. So yeah. Now we got water stream. It's like the fire bullets. It's like the fire bullets, but except it doesn't leave like fire on the ground or water or something. You just shoot a bunch of them out, and they go very fast. Now my favorite skill for this is a water tornado. So basically, if you go over to them and you use that, they gotta be a little close to you for them to actually get sucked into it. So like if you used it from here, they wouldn't go into it, but like if they're over there and then they run over here into it like this, like that, they'll get taken into it. The next skill is water tumble. So basically you just ride on water like that. And yeah. Moving on to the next element is grass. First element. I'm stupid. First skill, spore bombs. So you shoot three bombs is what I should say. And once you shoot them, you get healed up. So yeah. The next one is called poison needles. So you can hold it down for more of them, and whenever you hit them with it, they get poisoned. So basically, like if you just keep hitting them with it like this, they'll get poisoned. So yeah. The next skill is vine. If you hit somebody with it, it'll bring them towards you, and you'll also get healed for it. So yeah. The next one is a leaf storm. It's like a leaf tornado, and then whenever you throw it at them, they get launched in the air, and it does good damage. And like I said, we go save all the ultimates for last. The next element that I'm gonna do is earth. First move. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but basically just makes a bunch of spikes in the ground. So yeah. If I do it from there, if I hold it down all the way, it'll make a bunch of spikes. But if you don't hold it down, it'll only make a little. So yeah. And also, if you the longer you hold it, the more damage it'll do, and yeah, more spikes and more damage it'll do. So yeah. The next skill for this is rock fist. So basically, you jump over to somebody with the fist. Okay, no, never. You just jump over to somebody like this. I'm stupid. It didn't even work. It's not working. All right. So yeah, like that. You can't be in the air when you use it. So you just jump up to them and then you punch the ground. Alright, the next skill is Rocks Avalanche. So basically you just make a bunch of rocks around you like an earthbender or something, I don't know. And then you just throw them at somebody. So yeah. And you can also charge the move. The next skill is Rock Armor. This basically just makes you look metal and it makes you slower. Like, you can actually tell how much slower you get, but yeah, you get much more slower, but it does protect you. So yeah, that's Earth. Moving on to the next element. Alright guys, so the next element is going to be Wind. So basically, the first skill is called Wind Cannon. It's not that far of range, but if you hit them with it, it'll send them flying and it does a lot of damage. So yeah, the next skill is Wind Tornadoes. You can charge this skill down, and basically, did I say charge down? I'm stupid. You can charge it up, and then the longer you charge it, the more tornadoes will come out, and the more damage it'll do. Next skill is Wind Ascend. So basically, you just go high in the air, and it does good damage. And if you're close to somebody, then it'll do the damage. The last skill besides the ultimate is Spiral Spin. So you can charge this skill down too. The longer you charge it, the more damage it'll do, and the longer you can stay in the air. So it's just basically a good transportation move. It actually does go pretty far, and it does stay up for a while. So yeah, it does good damage as well. Moving on to the next element is Storm. So this skill is Lightning Bolt. You can charge it, and when you do the skill, yeah, as you can see, it won't fire off right away. And you can also aim it. So like if they're moving, it's easier to aim it. So yeah, the next skill is Lightning Flash. You basically, like, if somebody tries to shoot at you, you can just teleport like that. So let's say they're getting ready to shoot at me like that. They can just teleport, yeah, like that. This is basically just, you punch the ground, and then you make a giant tornado. And the last skill for it is the next skill is Lightning Barrage. Just create a line of lightning, basically. So yeah. Moving on to the next element. The next element is Lava. The first skill is Scorching Basalt. Basically, it's just a bunch of lava blast. You can charge it up, and it's like the first fire move, except stronger, and you shoot way more. But yeah, basically that's what it is. Next skill is Incinerating Burst. You basically just, I don't even know what to call that, but you just make like a big line of lava, and yeah, it does good damage. But you do gotta be pretty close to it. You do gotta be pretty close, and yeah, I would say the closer you are, the easier it is to use the skill. So yeah, what are you doing? All right. So the next skill is Magma Drop. You basically just run over to your opponent, and then a bunch of magma falls on them. You do like a cool animation, and yeah, lava just falls on them. The next skill is Volcanic Eruption. So it's like the fire ultimate, but way weaker. It's like a defense skill, so if they're next to you like that, if they get hit by one of those things, and it also does like the same thing that this skill does. But yeah, basically it's just a protection. See that, like that, they'll get, if he wasn't in the party, he would get hurt by that. So yeah, this element is Ice. So basically, for the first skill, it's called Flurry Have. You just make a bunch of snowballs and then you throw them at your opponent like that. The next skill is Frozen Incursion. It's like Magma Drop, but with ice. So you go in the air, and then you make a bunch of icicles and you just fire them off at your opponent. Like that. The next skill is Glaze Whale. So basically, this move used to take too long to charge up, but it would do way more damage. So they just made it better and worse at the same time. But yeah. So basically you chart, so it's like this, and it freezes your opponent, and then you can go into a combo like that. But yeah, basically it just freezes your opponent whenever you hit them, and it does medium damage. Alright guys. The next skill is kinda weird. So it has two variations. One, it's like the lava skill where it protects you and it pushes them away. But if you use it while you're jumping in the air like this, they'll get blinded by it. Like it'll do that and then they'll get blinded. So yeah, that skill has got two variations. I would say ice is better out of lava because that move because it has so many uses, including that move. Like just yeah. Moving on to the next element. So the next element is nature. The first skill is nature's essence. So basically, you shoot one blast that turns into a bunch of them. So like this is what I mean. You start off with that green blast, yellow, and then it goes to red. But the red ones, they do the most damage. But if you used it up close, it would only hit them with the green one. It wouldn't hit them with every single one. So yeah, it's very good for like sniping people if you like to do that. And yeah, it'll just basically it's just a very good long range move. So yeah, the next skill for it is Vine Trap. Like it says, you run over to stop moving. The next skill is Vine Trap. So yeah, okay, so basically you gotta aim at them like this, and then they'll get put in that, and you can do some good combos with it. But yeah, the next skill is Nature's Blessing. So it heals you for the longer, like you can charge it up, but it doesn't charge up for that long. So yeah, and if you're in a party, it'll heal your teammates. So yeah, nature is like just good for defense, especially with this last move. So this last move, it'll do good damage. It does decent damage, and it's good for protection. So like if somebody was shooting at you, you would still get hit by it, but you wouldn't take as much damage. And it also pushes people away. So yeah, this is what it is. You push people away, and yeah, it's just a good defense. Element is Plasma. The first skill is Plasma Missiles. So basically, whenever you shoot this out, it shoots out the plasma beams, and you can control them. So like if I wanted to shoot them over there, or if I was shooting at an opponent and I missed, so let's say I did this and I missed my opponent, I can make them come back and then hit my opponent like that. So yeah. The next skill is Plasma Ray. It's like the fire move and the lava move, but yeah, when it's like this, it's like the lava move and fire and stuff like that. And you can also control it. So yeah, it's really good for spacing out your opponent. So like yeah, you can it's just good for spacing out your opponent. So Plasma Implosion. Basically, when you run over to your opponent and you just hit the ground like that, you just make like a explosion of plasma. The next skill is a transportation element. Transportation skill. So you fire off a beam, and then you like blow up in the sky, and then you fall out of it. So yeah, moving on to the next element. Alright guys, next element is Crystal. So the first skill is Lucid Rift. You look like you're doing a hand sign like a Naruto, and then you just shoot a bunch of crystals out. It's a long range skill. So yeah, this next skill is like a defensive skill. You can charge it up. You can either use it on somebody else or you can use it on you, but it's mainly used to shield your teammate and you. So yeah, you could use it like this, and then you'll get shielded like that. And then if they try and shoot at it, the attacks won't hit you. So yeah, this skill is you don't get to aim this skill. So like if I use it over here, it wouldn't hit him. But if I'm right here and I use it, it'll hit him like right there. It's an auto tracking skill. So yeah, the closer you are, the more damage it'll do, and the higher chance of it hitting them. So yeah, what I mean, like if I use it over here, it won't hit him. It won't hit him like that. So yeah, it's very close range. The next skill is, what's it called? Gleaming Harmony. So basically, you just make a crystal in the sky, and then it heals you and your teammate. So yeah. You also have to stay close to it, because if you get far away from it, you won't get healed by it if you stay far away from it. So yeah. Moving on. The next element is Spirit, and the first skill is Vigor Gyration. Okay, bear with me. All right, so basically, you just make a bunch of spirit balls around your head, and yeah, you just shoot your opponent with them. They do a lot of damage. So yeah. It only has a 3-second cooldown, but for one of the ice moves, it only has a 2-second cooldown. So yeah. But this skill is better. I mean, it's only 1 more second, and it does more damage. So yeah. The next skill is Vitality Abolishment. So basically you just shoot a giant blast, like a giant spirit blast, like that. And if somebody's invisible, it'll make them, like, it'll show them. So basically they'll like be covered in, I don't know what it is, but they'll just look like you'll just be able to see them. Alright, so yeah. The next skill is Essence Regulation. It's like almighty push, like a Naruto where Pain does that, where he pushes you away. So basically if you're like right here, it'll pull them towards you, and then it'll knock them away. It does decent damage. So this skill right here makes you go invisible. So like, as I was saying, if this skill hit you, but it was from a different player, they would like show. Oh my god. Alright, moving on to the next element. The next element is Gravity. So yeah, this used to be my go-to element before, and then a bunch of other elements came out. But yeah, I would say this skill is one of the most broken skills in the game. What I mean by broken, I mean by OP. So yeah, I'll show you guys why it's OP. So basically, it's called gravitational extortion. Okay, you know, I'm not gonna pronounce that. Bear with me. All right. So basically, if I use it right there, they'll get hit by it still. But even if I'm aiming it at them, they'll get hit by it too. So like, if I aim it right here, they'll get hit by it still. The hitbox for it is just stupidly OP. That's why I used it for a while. And also, if you're like aiming up and you use it on them, you can use it to knock them away. And if like the purple ball is close to them, so like if the purple ball is close to them, and then if it like, so basically if it's close to them and you knock them on the wall, it'll still do damage to them, like that. Basically, it's kind of like Jiren's move if you watch Dragon Ball Super, and then he blows them up in the air like that. And yeah. So the next skill is Gravitational Globe. You saw me use this in the last video if you saw it, for my defense skill set, defense OP. So basically, you can charge it up, and the bigger it'll get, and the stronger it'll be, and the longer it'll stay up, and any attacks that get shot at it will get repelled, like that. Yeah. So yeah. The next skill is Gravitational Field. So basically, you make a gravity ball in the sky, and then they'll get dragged into it. Even if like, a lot of the time when somebody uses it on me, I think I got away from it, but then they'll still get pulled into it. So yeah. Moving on to the next skill. The next skill is I can't pronounce that. Basically, you look like a Titan whenever you're in Attack on Titans, and then you just bite your hand, and then yeah, you just jump higher. And yeah, I recommend sprinting with this. And if you use that one wind move that throws you in the air with it, you'll go super high. So yeah. Moving on to the next element is Light. So the first light skill is Auroral Blast, however you pronounce it. So it's like the first water move, but you look like you're charging up a beam, and then you fire it at them. So yeah. The next skill is Orbs of Enlightenment. It's basically like Ki Blast from Dragon Ball Z. You look like you're about to charge up a super move, but then like they just get stiff for a second, and then they get fired at you. But the only downside about the move is that you can't move whenever you're doing it. That's like for every that's for every single light move. You can't move whenever you're using the attacks. So that's the only weakness. So yeah, you just can't move. The next skill is okay, I'm not gonna pronounce a lot of these skills. All right, so yeah, the next skill basically it's like a solar flare. So if you're closer to your opponent, it'll do a lot of damage and it'll blind them for a while. Like when I mean it'll blind them for a while, like you'll get blinded for a good bit. So yeah, the next skill is skin. Okay, basically it just heals you up. So yeah, you can charge this skill. It takes a while to charge up to get the max HP from it, and it also heals your teammates. So yeah, if you hold it down for a while, you'll get 250 HP healed. That's the best healing skill in the game, but I still recommend using the nature one because you can move around when you use it. And yeah, moving on to the next element is darkness. The first skill for it is somber brisk. So basically you just shoot out a bunch of darkness blasts, and it's like gravity and fire, and it'll leave like a trail of darkness on the ground, and then you'll get hurt by it. So yeah, the next skill is called Mercury missiles. Wherever you're aiming it, it'll shoot a bunch of missiles down from the sky. So yeah, this dude wants to come and mess with us. Yeah, basically the next skill, you can steal health from people. So like that, I just took HP from that guy. And it does give you a good amount of HP back, but you can charge the skill up and it'll take more HP from them and it'll give you more HP back. So yeah. The next skill is called Void of Terror. So you basically look like you're using the force choke on somebody. You do a little combo right there, and then you just start choking them out like that. So yeah. Moving on to the next element. So the next element is Void. Void is like one of the hardest elements to get because you need light and darkness, and then you can fuse them, and yeah, you can get Void from it. So the first skill is a transportation skill. It's called Shadow Sneak, and then basically you can't go like very far, but you go pretty far, and it'll also do damage to somebody whenever you hit them with it, if you do hit them with it. And yeah, moving on to the next skill. This is a Void Bomb. That's what the skill is called, and you can't charge it up, but it is pretty OP. So that's why the cooldown is so long. So if you hit somebody with it, it'll blind them and it'll do good damage, and you can use that to go into a combo. So yeah, next skill, Oblivion. Alright, so basically if you go over to somebody, you have to be close to them. So like let's say I'm right here, and then I have the cursor right here. It'll put them over here, and it does good damage. So basically if there's like 3 people over here trying to attack me, and I'm not trying to deal with them, I can just knock them away over there and then just run away. So yeah. The next skill is called Void Lightning. So basically you go over to somebody, you do a little combo, and then you just hit them with a bunch of lightning bolts, with a bunch of dark lightning bolts. So yeah. Yeah, that's Void. Moving on to the next element is going to be Nightmare. The first skill is called Horrifying Heads. So basically, you can charge this skill up, and if you shoot it at somebody, you'll get HP back. So you'll still HP from somebody. It does good damage. So yeah, you only get 8 HP back, but still. Alright. The next skill for this is called It's called Skeleton Swarm. So yeah, what it does is makes a bunch of skeletons around your head, and they all shoot out one blast. So yeah, you have to be pretty close to your opponent, but it's good for defense. So like, let's say somebody's trying to fight you, or you're getting 2v1'd, and you need somebody to help you, but you don't have anybody around you. You'll just use this. You can just use this, and then you could actually have a chance of fighting them. And if you're fighting one person, you can just pressure them with this, and like, you see how he's trying to dodge that? You can just do this, and then they won't be able to dodge it for too long because of their stamina. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't do that much damage for each hit, but like, it'll do a lot of damage in all. In the cooldown, it may seem like a while, but like the skeletons disappear at like 10 seconds. So basically, you can just reuse them every 10 seconds. So yeah. On to the next skill, skeleton grab. Alright, so basically, you gotta be very close to your opponent for this skill. So if like I used it right there, it won't hit them. But if it does, like if I'm close to them, the skeleton, when it comes out the ground, it'll like force them towards it, and then they'll get hit by it. So if I use it right there, he'll get pulled towards it, and then yeah. So yeah, see how it disappeared at like 10 seconds? So yeah. The next skill is called Blood Curdling Blast. You make a blast that is a skull, but it once you hit them, they'll get frozen, and their screen will like look very weird. What the? Why you look so happy? Alright, okay, so I'll show you guys. So they're not able to move, and it'll put them in like an illusion. So yeah, that's nightmare. Moving on to the next element. The next element is Spectrum. So basically, the first skill is called Holo Beam. If you fire it and you miss your opponent, it's like the plasma skill. You can, like, if you miss, you can also control it, and then you can bring it back down to hit your opponent. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna do it. Well, I don't think if you're in a battle, you're not gonna do a fancy light show like I did. But yeah, the second skill is called Rainbow Shockwave. Basically, it's a transportation skill, and I feel like it needs to be nerfed, because everybody just spams it if I fight them and they're using Spectrum. Like, they'll just use, and like if you use it in the sky and you point it in the sky, you'll go very high. And there's like a, yeah, basically, and the cooldown is just, the only problem I have with it is the cooldown. I would make it like 6 seconds or something. So yeah. The next skill is Rainbow Fire Maximizer. So basically, whenever I shoot the opponent, it'll heal me up. It's like the Nightmare skill, but better, and it does more damage. So yeah. The next skill is Gamma Surge. Basically, you just make like a giant light beam in the sky. I mean, well, not a light beam. You just make a clear beam in the sky, and it'll come down and hit them. So yeah, the hitbox for it is pretty good, and it does good damage. So yeah. On to the next element. Alright, guys. So the next element is time. So basically, the first skill is called Warp Bombs. So if I missed, more of these would come out and they would still hit him. So yeah, like that, they would still hit him. So if you also press E on the keyboard, you can blow them up, or you can wait for them to blow up. So yeah, that's like a good skill in this game. It's easy to hit somebody with. So yeah, on the next skill, the next one is called Temporal Trap. So basically, if I run over to him, I'll make a hourglass, and then he'll get stuck in it, like that. And it's really good for comboing, but like, I mean, no, it's not good for comboing, because you can't use any skills once you use it. So yeah. Next skill is Chronostasis. Okay, I cannot pronounce any of these. So like, if I use that right there, and I'll go over to him, and he shoots at me, so Mozu shoot me, I can just do that, and then I won't get hit by it. It just basically takes you back in time. It's like, shoot me again, boom, it'll just take you back. Alright, the next skill is called Genesis Ray. This skill used to be pretty broken until people found out how to just beat it. Like, it doesn't do that much damage, but it seems like it would just be so annoying to deal with, but it's really not. So basically, you can charge this skill up, and the more damage it'll do. So yeah, they'll get stuck in there, and if they like leave the box area, they'll get teleported back to the middle, and they'll take damage. So yeah, like that. And yeah, on to the next element. So the next element is going to be space. In my opinion, this element is trash. Very, very trash. Alright, so like, the element may not be trash, I just may be trash, but in my opinion, this element is just garbage. Alright, so the first skill for it is Asteroid Belt. You saw me use this in my Naruto skill set video. You see, even he's saying garbage. So yeah, you just make a bunch of meteors in the sky, and then you fire them down at somebody. So yeah, the next skill is black hole orb. Basically, you'll make a black hole, but it doesn't move that fast. So like if somebody's over there, like I just showed you, they'll get sucked into it like the skeleton swarm. So yeah, that's what the skill is basically. And you can also do some pretty good combos with it. So like if you have some other skills, you can do that into it. And yeah, but yeah, since I'm trash, I can't hit anybody with that. So yeah. The next skill is called Comet Crash. So basically, like it says you turn into a small star, but to me it just looks like you go over to them and like punch them very fast, and it blinds them. So yeah, since you turn into like a small star and you go towards them, it blinds them because a star is supposed to be bright. So yeah, this is called Neutron Punch. They say that a star's in your hand, but to me it seems like a one-for-all punch. Like just look at this, boom, and then they get knocked back. So like if somebody's being annoying and they just keep getting close to you, and then you're like, come on man, just stop, and they're like, hee, I'm not gonna stop. It's like, get off of me. Oh, that failed. Why are you gonna be so good at dodging? Like skill, the hitbox is just, I feel like it should be bigger. Since the cooldown is 10 seconds, you gotta be super close to them, and they like can't be moving. So if you're using on a fast opponent, you're never gonna hit them with it. So yeah. On to the next element. So this next element is called Phoenix. This is like one of the most annoying elements in the game. So the first skill for it is called Ash Pulse. So basically, if I'm over here, but if like I'm close to them, I can hit them with a bunch of them, and it'll do like half of your HP. But like if I'm all the way over here and I miss, like, well, you're never gonna miss with this if you're like within that range, because it shoots off like 10 other blasts. It does so much damage. So like if I'm like, I can't be too close to them, because if I'm a Mozu, stop moving for a second. Like it's like if I'm this close, it's not gonna hit them because the skill starts off like that far. So that's the weakness to that. You just gotta be close to somebody. But yeah, if I'm like right here, yeah, most of the time it'll hit them. But you gotta be very lucky to escape it. So this skill right here, you can use it to hit your opponent, but since he's in my party, it'll heal us, and it'll heal you. But like wherever you go for this, like on your fire, the fire will disappear and show up somewhere else. So yeah, it's a really good skill for helping your teammates. So yeah. The next skill is called Soul Plunge. So basically it makes a phoenix in the sky, and then they just grab you and bring you back down. So like this. They'll just bring you down to the ground, and then they'll just do a bunch of damage to you. The next skill is called Holy Dash. So basically you can charge this skill up for like way too long, and it's so OP because everybody just uses it. Like when they're about to get hit or something, like most of the time people will just spam it and they won't even do anything else. They'll just use that. And if they do use something else, like they'll just spam that one move. And also you can fly with this skill. Like so the higher up you are, the farther you you can just fly. Like see, you get wings, and then you can fly. Well, you don't fly, but you glide down. So yeah. On to the next is gonna be Reaper. So the first skill is Reaper's. I don't even know how to pronounce that, alright? I'm just not gonna say the skill of them if I don't know how to pronounce it, alright? So basically, you just make a giant skull hand, and then it'll pull them towards you, and it does good damage. It lagged right there, so I'll do it again. So like basically, you make a skull fist, and it'll pull them towards you. The next skill is called Reaper's Sword. You can't charge it up, but you can control where it goes. They gotta be pretty close to you. And yeah, it does good damage. Next skill is called Reaper's Seal. So basically, it's a transportation move. If I use it on him, he'll take some damage from it. But like, it can go farther than that. Like, it can go all the way over here. And yeah. The next skill is called Reaper's Laminate. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So basically, you just turn yourself into a giant crystal. And then once you come out of it, the like explosions on your back, they make you faster. And I recommend sprinting with it because it will make you way faster. But that skill's only good for escaping somebody. So like, you'll still be pretty fast even if you don't use your stamina. Like I would only like really yeah, I would really only use that skill for like if I need to run away and I don't have any stamina left. So yeah, it also does the giant explosions behind your back. They also do damage to your opponent. So yeah, on to the next element. The next element is Aurora. This element is broken in every single way. This element has like a feud with Phoenix because they're both OP. So yeah, first skill is the most broken skill for it. It's called Polar Projection. You can charge this skill up, and like if they're dodging, it's still easy to hit them with it, and it does too much damage. Like I would make this take more mana, or make it a 10-second cooldown, or just make the damage like smaller. I mean, make it take less damage. But I would just, if I was the creator, I would make it a 10-second cooldown. The next skill is called Light Emission. So basically, if I use this on him right here and I hit him with it, I can well, the first thing is he'll get blinded, then I can use it again and go on and teleport somewhere else. But if there's like 2 people here, I can use it on both of them, and then so basically you get 3 uses for if there's more people around you. You can use it basically like 3 times. So I could just use like one section to teleport like that, and then it'll hit him, and then I'll go over to another person. So stop moving so I can showcase the skill. So basically like this, for real, stop. So yeah. If I hit them like that, I'll go teleport over here like that. So you got to be very fast with it. You can do it multiple times on the person you're using it, but it's pretty hard to do. So the next skill is called Gleaming Borit. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. So basically, you saw me use this in my defense skill set. You can control this, and it moves pretty fast because it got a buff. And if you shoot in it, it gets absorbed. But if they're in your party, it won't it won't absorb. Okay, no, we have to get them from the party. Okay, now shoot it. Shoot it now. See okay. Okay. Okay, we're gonna wait for it. We're gonna wait for the cooldown to come back. Okay, so now shoot it. Shoot it again. Okay, why would you shoot it with the... Okay, you know what, forget about it. So basically, yeah, it'll just get bigger like you saw on the defense skill set. And yeah, next skill is it's just raining Aurora basically. This doesn't do that much damage, but okay, no, it's gonna be the last time. Just shoot at it. He missed again. Bruh. Alright, so I'm gonna keep him out the party for the next elements. So yeah. On to the next element is going to be sound. You could have got this element either in a tournament, you can unlock it now, but it used to be an event. So yeah, but now you can just unlock it. So basically, the first skill is called Sonar Quake. Get down here. So if you're in a party, this will, I think it either heals your opponent or it just doesn't heal them. You'll get HP still. But if they're not in the party, yeah. See, he's not in the party. It'll steal health from them. The skill's pretty trash in my opinion. You can charge it up, but like you barely get healed at all. Compared to the other healing skills in this game, it's trash. So yeah. The next skill is called Howling Chain. So basically, you look like you're about to turn into a Jinchuriki cloak behind you, but then you're like, nope, and then a bunch of chains come out of your butt, and it's like, what? It's like, how are those there? And then yeah, it's like psych. And then yeah, they do good damage. You can control them. Wait, never mind. That does trash damage. But it it just blows them up. Yeah. But you can if you use it consecutively, it'll do good damage to them. The next skill is called Echoes. So basically, there's 3 variations to this. The first one is a star, and the star will knock them away, and it does good damage. And now, okay, I'm gonna say this. For this skill, this is what makes sound kind of OP. You don't need to hit them, but it still hits them. So like if you used it, so let's say I'm the skill right here, and I go past them like this, it'll still hurt him. So yeah, the next variation is okay. We're gonna do the lightning variation. Stop moving. Nay. Alright, so the next variation of the skill is okay, so yeah, the lightning variation. Lightning it basically just stuns you. So yeah. Now the fire one does the most damage out of all of them. So yeah. See what I mean? It doesn't blow up even if it hits him, but like if he was like right here, it'll do, yeah, see that damage, yeah. But this skill, Shockwave Halo, it just turns on music, and then it'll take their stamina and their mana. So yeah, like you just drain them of their stuff. And yeah, you see how fast it's going up? The stamina takes a little while to go up, but like still, it's just OP. It still gave me mana though. Alright guys, on to the next element. So the next element is Explosion. The first skill for it is called Concentrated Blast. You create a strong blast that will, if you hit the surface like right here and you hit them like that, it does 385 damage. That's OP. But Explosion is hard to use in my opinion, so yeah. The next skill is called Consecutive Explosions. You create multiple explosion in an area like that, and it does a lot of damage. I'm gonna invite you back to the party before I kill you. So yeah, the next skill, it's a transportation skill. It's like Bakugo, you blow up the ground below you. And yeah, this skill right here, called Combustion, you can absorb attacks. So like you see this right here, barely an explosion. But hold on, don't shoot them yet. Alright, shoot them at me now. Yeah, I can absorb them, and the explosion does that, and it does way more damage. It's like 300, and it would only do like 100 before. So yeah, on to the next element. Alright guys, the last element that was added to this game, and in my opinion, like, it's decent, but to me it's not that good because the skills are too slow to hit your opponent. But yeah, so they're easy to dodge. So the first skill is called Chaos Zone. Basically, you just make a bunch of black balls in the sky, and then you can control them, and when they turn red, they'll hit your opponent. The next skill is Space-Time Rupture. You just make like a beam in the sky, and then you attack your opponent like that. You can control it as well. The next skill is called Disorder Ignition. So I can hit my opponent like this, and I'll get healed from it, but I can switch spots with them if I press Y like this. Boom! Alright, now the next skill is called Order Break. The closer you are to your opponent, the more damage it'll do, and the farther they'll get knocked away. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, all elements in this game. I'm gonna save the ultimates for the next video. So yeah, since this video would be ridiculously long if I did the ultimates. So yeah, I'm gonna save the ultimates for the next video. This is part 1 to this video. So yeah, if you guys like this if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, and comment what you want to see next. Make sure you turn on the notifications. Don't forget to join my Discord, and I will see you all next time.